Okay, let's try this again. 5.6, number 2. What's going on here is that you're looking for a polynomial with the degree of 4. And you're given that you've got 2 plus 5i, so you know immediately that another 0 is going to be 2 minus 5i. You're given a 2 with multiplicity of 2, and that means it occurs twice. So as we begin to convert it into a factored form and try to start expanding it, this is what's going to look like. Okay, this is what these look like. Now you can multiply 9 times combined like terms and come up with this binomial down here. That's one way of dealing with these first two. I prefer this. Let x equal this. This is what it would look like if you had completed the square or the quadratic formula, and kind of go backwards from completing the square. So we want to move this 2. It becomes negative. And then it's equal to the plus or minus 5i. You want to get rid of the I, so in order to do that, you're going to square both sides. We square the first term, we multiply them together, double it, that's where the negative 4x comes from, and then we square the last term 2, and this becomes 25i squared. As we've learned previously, I squared is negative 1, so it turns the 25i squared into a negative 25. Move the 25 over, combine your terms, and this is what you have. X squared minus 4x plus 27 equals 0. Now that is simply what you get when you multiply these two together. Now you've got to expand the x minus 2 squared. And that's simply squaring a binomial. You square the first term, you multiply them together, negative 2x, double it, negative 4x, and then square the last term. That should be, and Ms. Carr made a mistake, that should be a 4. Okay, as we go through, I will be correcting that. Now you're going to have to multiply all of these things together. So this is what will change there. When you go through with the 4x, this is right, this one would be wrong. This one should be a negative 16, because you're taking x squared times everything there, then you're taking negative 4x times everything there. Now we're going to do 27 times everything there. So we have 27x squared minus 108, and 27 times 4 is still 108. I like to set mine up like that because it kind of sets up the similar terms all the way through. There's nothing similar to x to the 4th. These two are similar. You can combine. And when you combine here, you should end up with 57. No, that's not right. What would you end up with? 47. 16 and 4 is 20, and 20 plus 27 is 47. And here we would end up with 124. Let me double check. Yep, 124. And then the last term would be 108. All right, last but not least is what they're actually looking for with your final answer here. And should be what you have right up above there. Plus 108. And hopefully I hadn't made any more mistakes. And that's what you would type in. It's not really hard. It's just somewhat of a long process in that you've got to expand so many different